It's Sunday, May 5th, 2013, and we're at Menangle to see the New South Wales Rail Transport Museums 3642 and the Powerhouse Museums 3265 heading their way to Bowral and Mossvale. Both towns are celebrating their 150th anniversary this year. The two locos are now seen at the Malden Curve, which is near Picton. Behind them is the cement works. The Powerhouse Museums 3830 was planned for this trip, but due to some mechanical work to some wall stay bolts in the boiler, the locomotive's mainline comeback is delayed by late August, although the trial run in April has been proved satisfactory. The two engines are now seen at Bargo. The two locomotives are now seen charging through Middleton as they'll be making their way to Robertson. We now arrive at Robertson, and the two locomotives are now making their way to the station on a shuttle trip. In the late autumn afternoon sun, the two locomotives are now seen making their way back to Mossvale, top and tailing the train. At Middlegon, the two locos are now heading back for Sydney. Sunday, May 26, 2013 brought us 2705 from the New South Wales Rail Transport Museum doing loop line shuttles from Thirlmere to Buxton and back. These trips run every Sunday from March to November each year. Usually 2705 does the job, but if it needs any repairs or an overhaul, another locomotive from the RTM's collection will take over. The loco is seen departing Thirlmere. It is seen at the Trainworks platform. Then we see it passing through Kurrajard. The black livery was painted on the 27 class loco around July 2012. As the locomotive was part of the Canterbury Joyville Express advertising campaign in the Canterbury livery, which can be seen in the August edition of Rail Around New South Wales in 2012. Once again, Sydney Central Station has hosted the Rail Transport Museum's Great Train Weekend. Pulling into the station is 4520, one of the RTM's preserved diesels, is seen leading the train into the station, with 3642 after hauling the 11:20 AM train to Clyde. This is on Saturday, June 8, 2013. The train will make its next run to Hurstville on the Illawarra line. After the Hurstville run, 3642 and 4520 are now seen ready for the next trip to Clyde once again. The train now returns to Central, and this time it will be making its way on the goods line via Lidcombe and Enfield and Sydenham.
It is the most luxurious train in the world. It ceased running in 1986 after 24 years of faithful service. Unlike today's XT, Southern Aurora offered
4001 is seen on display on platform 5. The 40 class Leader is the state's first diesel locomotive, and it hauled the 1954 Royal Train, hence the blue livery. It is now Monday, June 10th, 2013, and as the City of Sydney are enjoying their day off to celebrate the Queen's birthday, 3642 is taking passengers on its last shuttle trip to Hurstville. The locomotive is seen climbing through Arncliffe. We will now conclude the Sydney Great Train Expo with 4520 now leading the train back to Sydney. The two locomotives will be making their way back to Thirlmere later in the day, with 3265 from the Powerhouse Museum. We conclude this month's edition of Rail Around New South Wales at Liverpool as 3642 from the New South Wales Rail Transport Museum pulls into the station to pick up passengers to begin its journey to the Blue Mountains for the Katoomba Winter Magic Festival. The locomotive will begin its journey here due to track work at Sydney Central Station. With the winter season in Australia, it is nice to see white steam coming out from the locomotive. The locomotive and its train will depart Liverpool and will be making its way to Westmead to pick up more passengers for the journey. At the rear of the train is the RTM's diesel locomotives 4520 and 4490. Both of them are assisting the trip for the mountain climb. Rail Around New South Wales would like to announce that the next edition will be focused on the engines in the United Kingdom. The National Railway Museum will be celebrating the 75th anniversary of Mallard's world-famous speed record, and will be visiting a few heritage railways.